All right. Hello. Welcome to The Perspective. I was inhaling water and apparently just
Choked to death.
choked to death.
Right before we went on.
Right before. This is The Perspective. My name is McCall.
Mima.
And I'm Producer Butters.
I came across a lovely little study here where we're talking about terrible landmarks, the least favorite landmarks in the entire country. I went through this list. It is 116 pages long.
Woohoo!
It's a survey, quote, visiting U.S. landmarks.
How do you know how many pages there are on a web page?
Up at the top, because it pulls it up as a doc, and it says 1 out of 116. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like a Google Doc or something like that. So I'm going through this list, and what national landmarks have you guys been to?
I've been to
Same.
the Hollywood sign.
Okay.
I don't know. Oh, I've been to, I don't know if these are, yeah, I guess they are. The Lincoln Memorial.
Okay.
The mall. America. I think, I don't know what it's called.
I know what you're talking about. Because at first I was like, and I've also been to the mall. I wouldn't call that a historic landmark. All of the businesses are gone. Okay, sorry. Proceed.
The White House. I mean, I've been to Washington, D.C., so all the landmarks there.
So like Arlington, the Lincoln Memorial, and
I went to
the
Niagara.
National Mall.
Is Niagara no, Niagara Falls is a natural wonder. Is it a landmark though too?
I don't question mark. I mean,
but that was in Canada.
You got like
I went to the Canada side.
Oh, okay. Because you've got like
counts.
Mount Rushmore and stuff and the Hoover Dam and stuff is considered
What's the one that's south of Vegas?
the Hoover Dam.
Okay, I've been to that one.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Same.
We've been to a
Yeah,
landmark.
broski.
What's the one in Vernal?
I guess the Salt Lake
The
City.
Dinosaur Museum.
No, the dam that's there. It's near Vernal.
Oh, Flaming Gorge.
I think I've been there
Yeah.
too.
Flaming Gorge is
Is
pretty.
that a landmark?
Not on here, no.
Oh.
Way to go, though.
There you go.
Crushed
I went
it.
to Coca-Cola World. I don't know if that's a landmark, but it should be.
Is Vegas a landmark?
No.
I've been to the Atlanta Aquarium. It should also
I've
be
been
a
there
landmark.
too. It's so cool.
Yeah.
I've been to that aquarium. It's dope. It's big. Like
That's
so many things.
That's where my high school prom was.
Wow.
Yep.
Mine was
Wow. All bougie over here.
I'm trying to think, where was mine? Mine was at the Eccles Center. So
No, but I think I honestly, this is my biggest criticism.
I didn't go, so I don't know
where was my prom at?
My biggest criticism for my prom is they had a missed opportunity. I mean, we were dancing with whales,
Yeah.
and the theme of it was Hollywood.
Well,
They
that's
probably
stupid.
did whales the year before.
They
They're
should
like,
have just done
we need something else.
under the sea theme. Like,
Would have been great.
it would have been made more sense.
That would have been pretty cool. Okay. So any other national monuments y'all have been to?
How do you
I've been to the Alamo.
how do you define a
It's like registered.
so you could just register anything and call it a
I
landmark
mean,
if you can get it passed.
national monuments.
I went to the Mexico-U.S. border all the time.
Is that a monument
Probably not, but it should be.
or a landmark?
I don't know. National monument versus landmarks. Question mark. What is that? It's the same thing. Monuments
So
dash
it's like the
national
Four
dash
Corners?
landmark. Yeah.
Is that a
Four Corners is a landmark. Yeah. So have you been there, or is that just a?
No, I was just
okay.
asking.
Oh.
I think to me that would be on Google where you drop the little pin. Hey,
Yeah.
bam, landmark.
Bam, been there. Landmark.
See, I
Land
marked
shark.
the land.
Yeah. No, I've never been to the Four Corners. I drove kind of past it, but it was kind of like.
Never been close to it.
Yeah, we were going down towards Texas, and we had to take that direction over instead of going over hills and things. Anyway, so some of the lists of these national landmarks. Now I'm just caught up in landmark versus national monument versus whatever. Anyway, so they've got Alcatraz on here, the Arlington National Cemetery, Brooklyn Bridge. I'm not going to go through the full list of them, right? Hollywood signs on there, Rockefeller Center, the Alamo, the Bean in Chicago. I've been to Chicago. I'm literally wearing a hoodie that says Chicago right now. I've been there 3 times. Never have I ever been to the Bean. It's like a block away from where my hotel is. Never been there.
Is that like a coffee place or something?
No, it's like a giant silver bean.
It's like a
like
sculpture.
yeah. So it's like a giant silver, shiny, reflective bean. Like
I know what you're talking about
the
now.
bean. Like
Yeah.
it's this
okay.
giant
I didn't know
silver
it was
thing.
a bean.
Yeah, it's
the
just
bean.
called the bean or Cloudgate.
I was like, cool. Do you want to go see a potato?
Idaho. We have some of those. So anyway, I've never been there. I've seen it from a distance. When I was going to go check it out the first time, they had it closed off because there was a concert. So they have this bridge that goes over from it's almost like an interstate, and you just walk over the bridge, which is, I mean, terrifying, but you can walk up it and then go over to the bean, and I couldn't because,
Was that close to where you got dropped off in the middle of the freeway?
Yeah, I was like a block away. It's great. That was fun. So the Hoover
Won't tell you
Dam.
that story.
That's a great time. I got kicked out on the side of the road from an Uber in Chicago because the lady picked me up and I got in the wrong Uber. So, but
she just
for
stopped
my
and was like, "Get out."
she's like, get out. And so then I opened the door and she's like, no, not that side. Get out on the other side. I was like, what? Now you care if I get hit by a car? Like, you didn't care 20 seconds ago. So, anyway, it was wild. She kicked me out on the side of the road and I was like, I don't know what to do. But to my defense, okay, how many light blue Toyota 4Runners are at the same hotel at the same time as an Uber? Okay, 2 apparently at this given moment in time. Never have I ever. Anyway, beside the point.
It's a national
It's a
monument.
weird color too, light blue.
It's light blue, like light blue Toyota 4Runner. Never would I have guessed. Anyway, beside the point. So Golden Gate Bridge is on this list. The Hoover Dam, which we've talked about.
I think I've been to that.
The Golden Gate Bridge.
I think so.
It's not really golden. It's red, but yeah, I've never been there. I've never been to California.
What's the one that's double decker that's near it?
I have no idea. I should know more geographically, but I don't.
Wow.
I know. Disappointing. Totally. The Rockefeller Center's on here. I've never been there. Statue of Liberty. I've never been there. But yeah, the Alamo, I've been to. Mall of America. Gateway Arch is another one. Giant arch
in St.
Louis.
I've been there.
Huge.
I forgot about that one.
She's been all over the place.
I'm like, what?
What are you talking about?
I've been to Yellowstone. They have an arch.
I've been to
of antlers.
I've been to Yellowstone. That's Jackson Hole.
Sorry.
That's not even
I've been there too. Wyoming.
I
mean, it's all the same
you
thing.
go through it, just go to the other
I
one.
drove
So.
past it at 3:00 in the morning, and we just stopped, took pictures, and left.
Nice.
Well, that's dumb.
That's how you do it.
It was freezing.
You're supposed to go through the town.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Okay, it was 3:00 in the morning. We had been driving for over 24
Everything
hours.
was closed. Like they close at like 9
to our destination.
Yeah, they close pretty early. So anyway, there's a list of if you've been to it, have you ever visited the place? Would you recommend it as for someone else to visit? So they went down this list of strongly do not recommends, right? And the most strongly not recommended was the Hollywood sign, which is interesting. I mean, it's not really shocking. The locals have restricted a lot of the access to Hollywood Hills, so you can't really get up there and see it. It's more like oh, hey, this is what it looks like in the movies. Dope. I've seen it.
You see it in every movie almost.
Yeah. So
eh.
they say it's hard for you to see it up close legally. So you're just seeing it from afar, like in the pictures. 8% of people who had seen the Hollywood sign said that it was their least favorite landmark. One of the more unpopular ones, also the Brooklyn Bridge. Was that the other one you were talking about? I don't remember. Double-decker bridge. I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure that the double-decker bridge is in California near the Golden Gate.
Oh, yeah. Fair. Sorry. Bridges, right? My bad. Whoop-de-doo.
I don't know the name of the bridge, and
It's
can't
a bridge.
remember.
Bridge. So
the bridge in California.
Times Square is also on this list of the more unpopular views. I've never been to Times Square.
Me neither. I've never been to. I've been in the state of New York. I have not been to New York City.
Interesting. Okay. The Hollywood Walk of Fame is also one that's unpopular. They say just overrated, which is interesting.
Like you get a star, and you get a star.
Yeah. Everybody gets a star. Everybody and their dog gets a star.
How many blocks is it?
Oh, shoot. I don't even know, man. Like, I'll have to look and see.
Like, when are they going to run out of places to put stars?
I don't know. Blocks are,
They just start like taking out old ones like nobody cares about anymore.
I guess. It's 15 blocks.
They've taken
Jeez.
out some stars before.
Yeah, they have. Because
the
people did
artist-
bad things.
Yeah, the artist fell from grace, so they took it out.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
So how much does it cost? $55,000. Can I just buy one myself?
Wait, the star cost that much?
Yep.
I think you have to like go through a process because it took forever. I don't remember what artist, but it took forever for them to get a star.
Interesting.
So the one I was looking for was the San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge.
Oh,
Because it's double decker.
yeah, San Fran. Totally. I've never been there, so.
Me neither.
I've never been to California. I've never been to a lot of places, okay? I went to Montana. I've been to Idaho. I've been to Nevada. I've been to Arizona. Where else? Colorado. Guatemala.
Did you say Nevada?
I've been to a lot of states. I've lived in 4.
Mm-hmm.
I've lived in 2 countries. So
There you go. I've only been around, like, the vicinity of Utah. She don't get out much, okay? I would like to get out much, but it just,
I love road tripping. I just wish I had more time to actually explore all the states I drive through.
Fair. That'd be fun.
But
so the list of the most favoritist U.S. landmarks that people have visited, the Arlington National Cemetery came in number 1, which I've heard that is like it's beautiful. It's a very it's a very like cathartic experience, really. Again, I've never been there. Producer Butters has obviously been there twice.
No, I've never been there.
What? Weird. So Arlington is like number 1 most recommended, and then it's like a pretty decent tie. Pearl Harbor is up there.
That'd be cool to go to.
Yeah, it would be.
I would like to go to Pearl Harbor.
Yeah, Mount
I'd
Rushmore.
like to go to Hawaii.
I know, me too. Me
Just as a
too.
whole.
just in total. Mount Rushmore also up there on that list. The National Mall is up there. The Statue of Liberty is up there.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think so. See, where's the Alamo at? I've been to the Alamo. Let's see. So 3% of people would recommend the Alamo, whereas people who would not recommend the Alamo. Because I've been to the Alamo and I've been like, I don't even know how many times. We've been to Texas. Dustin's dad lived south of San Antonio, which is where the Alamo is. And we went there probably 5 or so times to Texas, and every single time we had to go to the Alamo. And so by like time 3, I was like, oh my gosh, I never want to see the Alamo again. I won't forget the Alamo, okay? Never forgetting the Alamo. I dig it, right? So it's a cool experience going through and realizing like everything's super short, like doorways and everything are super, super short inside of it. So it's fascinating because it's like, wow, we as a population have grown a bazillion inches because everybody must have been like 4 foot nothing because it's just like the doorways are super low.
Me.
It would be great for you.
Wow.
It'd be so good for you.
Wait, hold on a second. What's the closest, I guess, landmark to us?
Probably the Four Corners because it's, a part of Utah.
Is there not one in Idaho or Wyoming?
Not that I can see. Hold, please. Let's see. So national landmarks is what I'll look up. National landmarks. In this list, at least, they didn't have it. Nobody had visited anything in Utah, I guess. What is this?
Well, wouldn't
No, calm
I was
down.
gonna say that's a park.
Yeah, so national parks.
The arches.
I don't want world monuments, large historic landmarks.
In Utah, you have Bear Ear, Cedar Breaks, Dinosaur National Monument, Four Corners, Grand Staircase.
There's a lot.
Escalante, Monument Valley, Timpanogos Cave. I hope I pronounced that right.
Timpanogos. There's an O and then an A.
Ashley National Forest.
So I've been, in Utah, as far as Utah is concerned with national landmarks, because that's the hard part. It's like, what's a national landmark? What's a national monument? What's a national park? Like, I have no idea. But Ashley National Forest is one that I've been to because it's like right out by Vernal. The Dinosaur National Monument, I've never been to.
I put land parks.
Land parks.
Land parks.
Potato.
Love it.
They have a potato national monument, I think, in Idaho.
Craters of the Moon.
Yeah, Craters of the Moon is one. But like I said, these ones that are on this list. It's like nobody had been to Utah or Idaho. Or they just went to the Four Corners. I'd assume like the Grand Canyon has to be one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
I've never been there either, but
Well, see, Yellowstone says national park.
right.
So is it a landmark or a national park?
That's what I'm curious about, because it's like you've got the landmark versus the national parks
I've been
versus the national monuments.
Flaming Gorge.
I've never been there, and I think I want to go now.
It's really pretty.
You can go see
You have to go-
Dinosaur National Park.
Yeah,
too, while you're
it's
there.
over by Vernal, and there's like nothing to do. Bam! Oh, an ocean almost. And then there's nothing outside of it. Here's a fun story. Once upon a time, you guys will appreciate this. We went to Flaming Gorge. Dustin's friends lived in a little place called Manila, just right by Flaming Gorge. It's technically like the city that's on Flaming Gorge. And so we went to go fishing out there with some of Dustin's friends. So we're heading home from Manila, which was like, I want to say it's like an hour-ish outside of Vernal. As we're driving home, there's this moose that's just like on the side of the road. And so as we're driving, I'm keeping eyes open and making sure that we don't hit anything. Dustin had his little Nissan Versa, which would crumple at 5 miles an hour. Literally, that was their whole shtick. They're like, yeah, it'll crumple at 5 miles an hour. Great. So there's this moose, and I just yell, moose! And Dustin's like, oh, okay. So from that moment forward, any animal I saw on the side of the road became a moose. And I don't know why, but it's like I would know it was a deer, and I'd be like, moose. And Dustin's like, no, it's a flippin' deer. Or there was an elk on the side of the road. Moose. No, it's an elk, McCall. So it was this fun game that would happen every single time. There'd be like bighorn sheep, and I'd be like, moose. Every single time. Anyway, that was a side tangent, but
I just want to point out the one time I saw a moose, I was terrified.
Yeah,
I did
as you should
not
be.
realize how big those things are.
dude, they are so big, and they are dumb as the day is long.
I'm like, oh my gosh, we're gonna die.
Also evil.
Yeah.
We were in a car,
Yes.
and I was still afraid.
Yes. They're huge.
It's okay. One time I went to go outside,
Mm-hmm.
out the front door to the bus stop,
Uh-huh.
which was literally just out by the driveway.
Right.
But you gotta remember, this is like an acre lot, so it's a
decent
it's huge.
jaunt. Yeah.
So anyways, I walk out the door, close the door, 2 moose, right in the yard. I'm
Dude,
like,
I'm going back
I'll go
inside.
back inside.
I'm not going to school
outside.
today.
Nope, that's it.
This is a sign.
This is a sign.
I scared them, and they went
Oh, dude.
clear across the road.
Moose
and
they're
into the
terrifying.
field.
Like they are so scary, and they are so dumb. Like there are so many moose that die because they walk out on the ice and then they just like fall through, and it's like, nope, I don't know how to swim. So it's
I thought moose could swim. I thought they were
yeah,
really
they
good
can,
swim-
but probably not when the whole lake is frozen.
That's true.
Not
when
with
it's frozen.
ice.
Yeah.
They can go
Just
nowhere.
Like we can swim, but you can't swim when there's ice.
Oh
in you.
no! You
It's
just
true.
freeze.
So they're
You need air or something.
they are
Yeah.
so mean. So mean. But yeah, so that was my side tangent, but that's one of my memories of going to Flaming Gorge was, moose. Forever.
How far from Vernal is Flaming Gorge?
It's an hour.
Oh, I always thought they were right next to each other. So is Dinosaur National Park in Vernal, or is it?
It's technically I think it's technically in Jensen, which is the opposite direction of Flaming Gorge.
Well, that's dumb.
So so Highway 40 that goes through Vernal, it's this weird, I don't know directions. Okay. Like I lived in Vernal for 4 years, and for probably 2.5 of them, I thought my house faced north. And Dustin, one day I said something about it facing north, and he was like, McCall, where does the sun set literally every single night? And I was like, in front of our house. And he's like, that's the west. That's how it works. It's like, no, it's north. I couldn't associate it. Like, I don't have that. So Highway
it's
40.
because the mountains screw us up here.
It is, seriously. So the way that Highway 40 works, it does this like comes into Vernal, and then it like loops around and then goes out. So as it comes around here, there's this jaunt that goes up towards like Red Fleet and Flaming Gorge. Thank you. So and then it curves and it goes out to Jensen, and then it's like as it straightens out, it goes like straight to Colorado. So I think it's technically over towards Jensen, and then you can see like a dinosaur in the side of the cliff or something. I don't know. I've never been there. I lived there.
You never went to the national?
No, dude.
Oh my God.
They have a freaking like museum right probably like 2 blocks away from where I used to work at the bank and at the radio station out there.
Oh.
And I'd drive past it and I'd be like, hey, and then I'd keep going because
the
why
only
was I
thing I
gonna stop there?
remember from that park
Uh-huh.
is I know on one of the corners there's a dinosaur skeleton thing just on the corner. I think there's like a gas station maybe right there.
Yep, right across. Yep.
That's
So
all I remember.
that's where the museum is. There's a dinosaur
Yeah.
with the museum, and then
Yeah.
there's a gas station across the street, and they have
Rawr.
the kickest butt tacos ever. I miss those tacos. Dang, they were so good.
She's been to the tacos.
Yeah. Man, it was like
It's tacos.
dude, it was like the ghettoest gas station too. Like nobody went in there for anything but tacos. Oh, it was so good. I don't think anybody even bought gas there. I think they just went to get tacos.
Probably tourists.
Probably. Maybe.
And they probably missed the tacos too. Tourists.
Good.
Like, ew,
I don't want them
gross.
coming back for tacos. They were so good. Seriously, one of my favorite places. And then like right across the street from that was, so you've got the dinosaur museum, you've got taco stand, you've got an archery club, which I used to go and frequent every once in a while, and then you've got the liquor store right next door. It was like a win-win situation for citizens of Vernal. That's where they loved going, was
Now,
that corner.
If I
That's their
remember
four
right,
corners.
It's very flat, right?
In Vernal, yeah.
Yeah, it's
It's
flat.
it's so weird because like Ashley National Forest and the Uinta Mountains are right there.
Yeah.
And so they're huge and they are woody and just like they have so many like big trees, and they say that one of the oldest, they consider it one of the oldest dinosaurs, quote unquote, is there's like a quaking aspen family. I don't know how you would even consider it, but it's like an underground root system that it's huge. It has a name. I don't even remember what the name is, but anyway, so it's weird because there's so many trees right there, but it feels like so far away from them.
The Unitah.
The Unitah Mountains, as somebody would say. That's not how you pronounce it.
It's Uinta.
Uinta.
I actually would like to go back there again.
I think
Uinta.
I think now that I have been away for a while, I would like to go see it again, go check it all out, because it's a cool little area. I would never recommend living there ever again, but it's a neat area.
It's a fun place to go visit.
Yes, and then
Not
it's really
stay.
nice to go home. It's like why I don't have kids, right? It's fun to be around them, but when I'm done, I want to be done.
There's got to be a lot of hotels
Yes.
because of the
Yep.
oil fields, right?
There's a ton of hotels, and for a while,
Are there any nice hotels?
yeah.
Oh,
mhm.
okay.
There's a couple of really nice hotels, but it's true.
That's
They're
the
like
important
She
thing.
looks.
there's a lot of janky hotels out there too. But
I mean, for oil field workers, I would imagine.
they get trashed. They really
Yeah.
do. So for a while they were trying to get like an Olive Garden or one of the big chain places to come into town, because for the most part it's like private restaurants, and they charge so much money. Like today's amount of money at any other like sit down restaurant that we're all like, oh my gosh, that's so much money, right? It was that back then, 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago. Shoot, how long have I been out of there? So it's been a hot
Well,
minute.
you moved after you started here.
Yeah. So
So-
it would have been,
6 years?
yeah. So, but
Something
like
like that.
7 years ago when I was like eating food and stuff there. So it would be like 6 years ago. Anyway, it's this pricing back then because they could just charge whatever they wanted out there. because it was either like the restaurant or McDonald's. You didn't really get an in between. But for a while they wanted to bring in.
It is.
I know, seriously. For a while they wanted to bring in like an Olive Garden or something like that, but they didn't have the population necessary for it because they wanted to have those 2-hour wait times. And that was what they had said.
They want the 2-hour wait
yeah,
times?
because then it creates like a hotter commodity for people. They want that. So
there's a line I ain't going.
100%. So anyway, they wouldn't do it because we didn't have enough people population wise. But the problem is that people who live in the hotels, because they're extended stay hotels, they don't count towards the population.
Mm-hmm.
So there's like, I want to say, I don't even remember. I wanted to say that there was like 17,000 people on top of what we had in Vernal because that was staying in extended stay hotels. But they're not considered part of the population because they could basically get fired at any given moment in time.
Or you could just walk out the door and leave and never come back.
It's true. That's what I would recommend. Don't go there. Anyway, there's some cool landmarks out there, so I'd suggest checking those out.
Well, also, when we're out there, have to check out your favorite bank.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were going to talk about tacos. I don't really care about the bank. Get tacos. That's all that matters.
I will hit the bank up and then go get the tacos.
That's fair. The one thing that I really do miss about that place, it's weird, but the dump was there, and it was like $5. It didn't matter how much
My
trash.
favorite place is the dump.
The entirety of Vernal. But I really, it was nice because it was like $5 to go dump stuff. But then right next to the dump, there was like this really dope shooting range. And they had like all of these.
Shoot the dump?
No, they had all of these. They were like super long range type stuff. And they had some really cool like targets and stuff set up. But it was like private, but it was on public land. And so
it wasn't a dumper.
Correct. So it was sweet. And they had all of the equipment to be able to throw pigeons and whatever. And instead of having to pay for it, you just drove out there and you just shoot. So that was kind of neat instead of having it all privatized. But
you said throw pigeons. Now I'm imagining people throwing actual pigeons.
Oh my gosh.
Yeet. David Blaine up in this.
I know. I'm sorry.
Any final thoughts on our one thing that we really want to go look at landmark?
Apparently Vernal it is.
Vernal it is.
Vernal it is.
They just have the best tacos, I swear.
Mima will be the judge of that.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
I mean, I've had tacos from Mexico, so.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Any other final thoughts?
Be safe.
Be safe.
Have
Stay
fun.
warm.
Don't
Be
destroy
kind,
national
rewind.
landmarks, please.
Please don't destroy national landmarks. Very important. Be kind. Please rewind. And this has been The Perspective.
Bye.